It's your boy, AdamRidwan. We are back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you the amount of dollars I've been spending every single month to own and operate my 2010 Audi A4 B8. And it varies from coast to coast, but here in Ontario, Canada, it might be a little bit cheaper, might be a little bit more expensive. I don't know. I don't care. I just pay it every single month because I do enjoy driving my car. So, starting off with the very first thing, and the very first thing starts off with car payments. Car payments are something that you need to pay if you are financing your vehicle. And as of right now, fortunately enough, I did pay my car off, but at the time when I was financing my vehicle, I was paying around $188 bi-weekly. So that's close to almost $400 every single month to own my vehicle, and it does add up with everything else. And my recommendation is buy a car that's within your budget. Don't spend a ridiculous amount on monthly payments. Do as much as what you could afford, and that's my take on that. What I did was I saved up enough money so I was able to decrease the time of me making those monthly payments. I did pay everything off in one lump sum payment, so I do own this vehicle outright, which is a blessing. I do not have monthly payments. Monthly payments are extremely annoying, but I did take care of that. One of my goals was to pay this car off completely before I start doing any mods to it. And for you guys, it depends like what kind of vehicle you do own. Obviously, like if you spend all your money on mods and you don't have enough money to pay those monthly payments, then the repo man is going to show up at your door. So that is that. Next up, car insurance. Car insurance here in Ontario, Canada, I feel like it's the most expensive in the world. I pay about $300 per month, and I do have a clean driver's record, so $300 a month is insane, but I do not have any choices because of the area I do live in. I pay it every single month. I have no choice. It's premium insurance. I believe it's $2 million or $1 million liability, so if anything was to happen, I am covered. Both ends are covered, and that's a plus. Full rental coverage if my car does get into an accident, and if it does get totaled, I do get a check at the end, which is a good thing. Obviously, one-way insurance is not good, depending on what kind of vehicle you have, but for myself, I do have two-way insurance, and it covers me completely. So $300 every single month, and I have no choice. Next up, fuel charges. I drive a lot, and that's why getting something that's a little bit more faster will cost me a lot more. For a 2-liter turbo, I do average about 12 to 13 liters per 100 kilometers, which is pretty fair. Every single week, I pay anywhere from $80 to $100, and it does add up. And to have something that you enjoy, at the end of the day, it's one life that you have, so enjoy it while you can, and obviously within your means. The Audi A4 B8 is by far the least most reliable Audi you could purchase, only because of the issues that these cars came with from the factory, starting off with the infamous 1 liter per 1,000 kilometers of oil burning, which is like insane. But this car has been taken care of by the previous owner. So there was a TSB, technical service bulletin, or recall. They had to replace the pistons, the piston rings, many other parts on this vehicle. It was done at 112,000 kilometers. Right now I'm sitting at 250,000. I'm sure a bunch of other maintenance was done, because I still do have the invoices somewhere in my house. Maintenance was really low for the last couple years of me owning this vehicle. The only thing I've done to my vehicle is, in terms of maintenance, is doing my oil changes religiously. I do them every 6,000 kilometers. Any other form or on the bottle of the actual oil, it's recommended to do it every 8 to 12,000 kilometers. But for me, I feel a lot more comfortable doing it a lot sooner, and I do it myself, so I do save a lot of money by doing that. So every 6,000 kilometers, I do my own oil changes, so that is a advantage. In general maintenance, like, you know, brakes, tires, all of that, doesn't really cost me as much. I do have some connections through work, so I do save money like that, and I do work on my car too, so like that saves some money as well. But if you are looking for a 2010 Audi A4 V8, I highly recommend you stay away from it, only because the V8 year is one of the most unreliable years for the Audi. My recommendation is 2014 plus, because a lot of these issues were taken care of by Audi just because of the population of individuals who owned this car at the time having an insane amount of issues. 2015, 2016, that's when they had everything down packed, because that was almost the end of V8.5 run. So usually if it's like the first production, usually the first year of facelifting a vehicle, or just changing the motor, or doing something in general, it's usually the most unreliable at the time, because there's a lot of flaws. Over time they do correct it, but if you are looking to save up and buy something that you would like to enjoy, if you have the extra money, my recommendation is go for the S4. S4, you get a lot of power from the factory. You get 333 horses, which is pretty good just for a V6 supercharged. And if you throw an intake on the supercharger, man, those things sound so good. So I highly recommend that. If you guys have any recommendations or any suggestions on what I should do, feel free to hit me up. I do respond to most of my comments. I'll try my hardest to get back to you guys. Instagram, everything will be in the description box. And yeah, definitely see you guys in the next one.